Welcome back now to the final heat of round one of competition. The reigning world champion Adriano de Souza taking on the Tahitian Spartan Michel Bourez and a Melling. And Michel Bourez will start the proceedings here. Quick in and out for the Spartan.
Adriano, but you know, he's gotten a couple typical results for him. During the break, we saw him get to work. Nice tail slide there, a second one. Adriano, one of the best in the business at keeping that flow. Even though he's busting the tail free, you know, adding that progression, trying to light it up a little bit for the judges. He keeps and he maintains so much weight and balance over that front foot. So he really makes those tail slides into a kind of a connecting, flowy turn. And it allows him, Giggsy, to be super consistent. That's what's brought him all the way to the top. You know, as a world champion, it's very rare you see Adriano fall.
Yep, the way Adriano approaches the science of the sport, picking up on live here. This is Michel Bourez on the outside, answering to Adriano de Souza. Going back to that point about de Souza, Ross, he loves to start his heats quick out the bat, gets the work rate going. Adam Melling looking for numbers on the left-hander, will become a throwaway score. But de Souza always out the gates with a reliable start to virtually every heat that he contests. And he's already placed a 6.67 on the board.
Last year, and then he backed it up with another win, so he's got
Correct.
a couple of wins.
So 2 wins for Michel Bourez, and with surfing like that, he's just a little frustrated with that. So we want to see more wins out of Michel Bourez. So that alone, with no fanning here, is going to really help surfers find points. And that is a big hit for Adriano de Souza. De Souza will be very happy that there's no Mick Fanning here, and he'll be happy with that number when it comes, Ross. And now Michel Bourez, deep rail drives from him, keeps the link going. See a little bit of a flutter on the wave face for Michel Bourez, and he'll exit. But de Souza keeps the momentum building here with a little over 20 to go. Alpha breather as well. And have a look at that turn, Ross.
We haven't seen many big scores from one turn waves today, but this could enter that realm. It was committed. He was upside down underneath the hook there. That's always tough to do when you face a section this gutsy. There's a lot of power coming at you, and he did not shy away. He mashed it vertically. Now he's going to hook it. Now watch him step on the tail. Actually even got just a touch of tail release on that. So that's an absolute smack in the face and a very thick section there from Adriano. So I think the judge will lead it up.
Well, conditions holding smooth here. Little light northerly winds. It is just on lunchtime here in France, and we think about the afternoon ahead. I believe Peter Mal has Jesse Miley-Dyer there for an update. Thanks, Pete. Official update. The Roxy Pro round one will be underway in a little over 18 minutes as we pick up on heat leader de Souza, who is hammering away, showing us the angles, and well, also loves that one. And that would have felt great. Tight angles in the top pocket, beautiful momentum, and de Souza is in gear.
Got a 6.27. That's a big deal today, and that's not with an error. So judges definitely enjoyed that big old snap on that closeout. But this one, he compiled a handful of turns, and the judges love that when you can combine 3 snaps.
Moving now on to the exact halfway mark in the heat. Michel Bourez engages now, and he'll want to repeat what de Souza's done, and that's a tight hook in the top corner. Nice combination as well, square structure to his turns. Little crosswash just to rub off any final opportunities on the inside section there. And the judging panel will work on that score of Bourez. Meanwhile, they've brought a number for de Souza, and it is an improvement, 7.27. But let's have a look at this one.
Wow, I really love that snap right there. As Michel Bourez was bottom turning, he actually gave himself just a little added flavor to that backside snap. So he could have just kind of cruised and went for the 12 o'clock, but he went beyond vertical there.
Backed himself with the 6.67. Michel Bourez looking to try and emulate it. but not finding the big numbers. Now De Souza will switch it to the forehand. High work rate from De Souza as well. He loves to control his heats. Opportunity in the top corner, and De Souza with speed and power will keep this thing moving. Little complicated section on the inside here. And Adriano De Souza will expect that number to try and better a 6.67.
Well, he's doing a great job at staying present. You know, you can get really fuzzy with your focus out here.
With De Souza, what are you thinking of this approach here? Is he going to find a replacement score?
Absolutely. Nice opening gaff there. You see that wave laid down, and that's what I meant by Adriano reading the waves perfectly. So instead of really forcing the issue with a steep attack, he responded to that flat section with a nice carve and then finished this wave on his feet.
But De Souza, meanwhile, during that break, a 6.73 does add to his scoreline, so our speculation was right there, Ross. And as we say that, De Souza, one of the hardest working surfers in the sport, will square up a turn. Lovely second one as well. Nice release as well. Those FCS fins, his own model, underfoot. Just a release there as De Souza brings a 7th ride to the scoring panel. We should see fairly consistent conditions hold as Melling now finally gets a left-hander to work with. The girls in the Roxy Pro coming up next will be watching the lineup very closely here and trying to find that left that Melling has finally unlocked on your handheld device, saying the Roxy Pro will be getting underway shortly. And here we go, De Souza, rooftop climb, precision surfing from our world champion of the sport. He'll just get stuck on the corner, testimony to how difficult the lineup can be here through the tides in France.
Yeah, and you can see Adriano is so relentless too, still jabbing away, not going for any knockout punches. He's not going for big errors like we saw Josh and Felipe. He's just trying to stack up solid surfing.
So under 1 minute to set your fantasy team for the ladies, as we see Bourez falling out the sky. One big climb up into the top corner for the Spartan. And our Tahitian will go down. 40 seconds to go. Question marks for another opportunity, possibly. The waves are coming in little successions. Beach announcers will throw out 30 seconds to go now. We'll stay very locked onto the lineup here. Can Melling. Look at those requirements, Ross. And right in the very excellent category is what is required. And on that corner, De Souza will just shut the discussion out. Management of his heat, rhythm, and dare I say some good category scores all alongside a Adriano De Souza result here. Unless Melling now on the clock can unlock an excellent category score. Melling will play something that he doesn't often do, which is to the sky. He won't place it back down, and it'll be an incomplete according to the panel. And Adriano De Souza, without too much of a fuss, will wrap up this round one encounter, and not only that, he'll wrap up the entire round one of the Quiksilver Pro.